Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome Mikko from APOCALYPTICA to Horns Up Rocks. How are you, Mikko?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Are you enjoying the holidays with the family?
Soon to start. Still a couple days to go with kind of bits of the cold and stuff like that, but then surely I wait for a tiny holiday to come.
So you don't get that much time off when you're not with APOCALYPTICA? You're still busy working?
Yeah, actually I've been working all the time. I'm involved with a couple other projects, but already now APOCALYPTICA has also been more active, and we are already writing new material for the next studio album, so we are coming back.
You guys never stop, man, and I gotta hand it to you. This new project that you guys did, the WAGNER RELOADED-LIVE in Leipzig, is not only an aggressive project, but also something that I think is gonna open people's minds, you know, especially because, you know, heavy metal people can be so close-minded, and I think what APOCALYPTICA does so well is that it opens, it expands the mind, and I love what you guys just did. Why don't you take us into the process involved, you know, to get this monster out there, man?
It was a great thing, and sort of it was a big step for us, because we've been asked to do, like, how many, I can't even tell, plenty of, like, collaborations with classical stuff ever since band has existed. Now, for the first time, we felt that there's kind of an approach and kind of an angle to the thing that got us interested in just exactly to combine these elements, that there were dance, there were music, there were Wagner music, there were original new APOCALYPTICA music, and to get the great mashup out of all that, it was something that really got us excited.
How was the song selection process? Because I can imagine that there are songs that work and don't work in this type of environment.
Yeah, and it was, of course, going back and forth, and it was kind of like composing music to a movie or a theater or even a musical, of course, without vocals, but because everything, the music and the stage setup and everything was to support the story which is being told on stage. And that what made it a challenging thing, but also really inspiring thing, that we needed actually to treat the songs really differently what we would do if it would be just like making music for our own album. So sometimes we felt when we were rehearsing in our rehearsal room, this song is too long, or there is not this happening, or this is too much, or this is too less, or whatever. But when we got to see it finally with the dancers, then we realized, okay, actually it makes perfect sense. So in that sense, also it was really, it was a great learning experience for us.
Oh, absolutely. And why Richard Wagner? Obviously, there's a lot of composers that have made their impact throughout their careers. Why Richard Wagner?
It was actually, the whole idea came from Gregor Scheifeld, who is the choreographer, and he was asked originally already, I think it was 3 years ago, he was asked to kind of this tribute or big celebration thing for Wagner, because this year was 200th year anniversary of Wagner's birth, and therefore he was asked to do a special event for it. And he already, some 5 years ago, he had used some APOCALYPTICA music on his previous dance projects, and he's been inspired of our music already before, and he felt that now he wants to do something really special for this Wagner thing, and he wants to use our music to sort of to tell the story of Wagner through our music. And basically we had the impact came from that direction, so we didn't have to feel that now we want to do Wagner music. But as I said, for the first time we were introduced an idea which kind of made more sense than just to I don't think that we would have even done a project just if it would be Wagner music and us. It needed to be something more.
Right, of course. And Mikko, was this film for later release on a DVD or Blu-ray or anything like that? Because I'm dying to see this, man.
Yeah, and actually it's been shot already. It was when we did the premiere, German National Broadcasting Company shot it, or they filmed it, and it was broadcasted then live on TV. And now as we have more shows to come next summer, and we plan to surely to record it and film it and to release it also as DVD and Blu-ray, because it's really, really visual thing, and the album with what we did now, it's sort of the best of out of the whole thing. The original piece is close to 100 minutes, and the CD is only 50 minutes, so there is lots of things left over, and really to see the whole thing, it's massive. It's really, really massive. There's only over 200 people already on stage, like dancers and orchestra and everything, so it's quite impressive, and surely we want to present it to everybody.
How long did it take to get ready for this concert, man? Because obviously there's a lot of pieces that need to be put together.
Luckily, we were only involved with the music part. Even with the music, Eka, who composed the whole thing, one of the cello players, I think he went back and forth for 6 months with the tracks and like getting to them to fit the mood, what the director wanted to achieve, and so that took already a long time. And then we rehearsed as a band. We rehearsed maybe for 1 month, and 3 weeks we were then in Leipzig recording or rehearsing by ourselves, and then with dancers, and then on a rehearsal location, which was kind of not quite as big as the original piece. And then for the last weekend we rehearsed on an actual venue. So it was loads of things to rehearse, but as I said, it's massive production and it requires lots of work.
Right, of course. And you mentioned that you're working on some new music. How is that process for you guys? Who comes up with the first ideas? How do you guys interact with each other? Do you still go to the rehearsal room to write music, or do you send pieces via the internet? How does it work, man?
It goes like every possible way, and now we are really in the early stage still. And everybody basically at this moment we are doing demos mainly by ourselves. I was just actually spent a couple days with Berttu, and we did some music together. But I think now after Christmas holidays, then it's going to be more that we go more to rehearsal room and just go through, like if somebody comes up with a riff, then we go to play it and fiddle around some ideas how we could take it further, and then it's going to be more interactive. But that's at this stage it's more like people do demos in their homes and wherever, and then we take it from there. But I would say that if we are lucky, and I hope we are, then in the late spring, this summer, then we are good to go to studio and start to record.
And for the recording process, do you guys record live, or do you record at different times?
We have been recording many different times. What was great with this Wagner thing, because that's something we've always been like aiming for when doing studio albums, that we want to like capture the live energy, and then we end up doing albums like normally what you do albums, that everything is recorded separately, and then you end up thinking, oh, but there is not this live like emotion to it. And now when we recorded everything live, all of a sudden there is live emotion to it, surprisingly. So now it got us to think that maybe we need to record at least parts of the next album live, that everybody plays at the same time, because there is some kind of a magic, especially nowadays, because everything is really, really processed and everything is always tweaked to the perfection. So that's kind of a thing that you start to miss, especially in rock music, that if you take out of the energy and the danger and all the faults, then it starts to be too clinical. And at least at this moment it feels much more interesting that you can hear and smell the music when listening back to it.
Oh, absolutely. And Mikko, you as a drummer, is it harder to play faster or slower?
I would say slower, but by far. Like, if you listen to the late grade drummers, I think the coolest cats have always been the ones who can nail slow beats to the point. Like if you listen to Jeff Porcaro or whoever, those guys who could manage to keep the beat steady when going really slow, I really admire those guys.
And what are you listening to nowadays? Who are the artists that you're that are in your iPod?
Lately I've been really, I've had my 60s years going on. I've been listening to all the Beatles songs, all albums over and over again, and Beach Boys, and then some Tamla Motown and Stax and Atlantic and all those great like 60s records. For some reason, I've been over there. I wouldn't say that it's going to affect our music, what we're going to write next, but that's been my last 1 month. I would say I've been really deep in Abbey Road.
Nice. Yeah, no, I mean, you can't go wrong with the Beatles, you know what I mean?
No. I've learned that more I listen to music, the more I get to know of different bands, the more often I go back to Beatles because everything is there.
Yeah, all the pieces are in one band, pretty much.
Totally. And it's really amazing when starting to understand the greatness of the band. It's really remarkable.
Hey, Mikko, which are some of the favorite cities that you like to go to, not only to perform at, but to, to kind of indulge into the culture?
Sorry, could you ask again?
Yeah, what are some of the cities in the world? Because obviously you guys are a well-traveled band that you love playing at, and that you also love being at, to kind of go eat the food, have some drinks.
Like, did you ask what cities or?
Yeah, which places do you like to go?
Which places? I really like South America. I really love that place. And we've been lucky as hell to get to go there many times. And Mexico, it feels like to be one of our biggest markets ever. And also, I've been fascinated about Russia. We have been, last few years, we've been able to travel like far away from Moscow and St. Petersburg to these small towns with only 5 million people in it, and they are somewhere in the middle of Siberia, and massive cities exist out there. So it's kind of a special event. But then when it comes down to touring, I really like touring US because we have got like amazing fans over there, and the country itself has got so many different aspects and different kind of sceneries and different nature all over. So that's what I've been really enjoying.
Absolutely. And Mikko, I want to thank you for your time and obviously for all the years that you've dedicated to music. I know it's not an easy lifestyle, especially when you're active, So I want to thank you for everything, my brother.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the interview.
Absolutely. And everybody listening right now, Wagner Reloaded is out right now. They're called APOCALYPTICA, and obviously, you just heard it, there are many, many more years to come with more music for you guys. Mikko, thank you again, brother.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There you have it, folks. That was Mikko from APOCALYPTICA. Their Live in Leipzig album entitled Wagner Reloaded is available right now via BMG Records. Make sure you pick it up. It's something revolutionary, unique. It will change your life forever, guaranteed. Stay tuned for more Horns Up Rocks interviews.